Wait a minute, go! Go!
Let's go! Let's go! Home run, let's get it.
Yes!
Get him up out
Yes!
World Cup home run in a 10th inning. Let's go, throw your hats up. Look at what Pinky got it. They double teaming Trey. Give it to Trey. Give it to Jonte. Pass it over to Bogey. Bogey driving. Give it to Trey. Give it to Trey. Shoot the three. Bang! Let's go, man. Stop playing. He did not put Ritter in. He put Ritter.
I'm done. Oh, this mother just put Ritter in? For what? Why would you put Ritter in right now? He know his job is done.
There's nothing finer in the land than a drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan.
Oh
Let's go. Go, dog. Go, dogs. Go, dogs. Sickle.
Now you gonna make me chump. Now you gonna make me chump.
We ain't gonna tiptoe around the issues.
Remember, we don't do woulda, shoulda, coulda, what up in here.
Barbecue and mildew time. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Larry. This is the Dixon Way, all about the Sports Talk, where we give you live commentary on all our favorite sports teams. From the Braves, the Hawks, the Falcons, the Bulldogs, even my wife Gators. We appreciate every last one of you guys coming through. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Right now we got the Falcons in review. Falcons versus the I always say Oakland. The Las Vegas Raiders. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Let's get it, man. Let's go. All right. After we here on this day after the Atlanta Falcons squeaked by the 2-12 Raiders to go 7-7. They are 4-3 away from home. So that means they're 3-4 at home. So yeah. But let's talk about this game, man. Falcons extend their playoff hopes by winning against the Raiders and picking up a game on the road versus the NFL team. So, hey. And everybody make sure you say hello to the beautiful Shonda in the building. What half of the beautiful half. We got Miss B in the building. What up, Miss B? I see you. What up, fam? I see you. Welcome back to the stream. All right, man. I listened to the radio a little bit today when I was out and about. Didn't want to form my opinions on what they said. But it seemed like most people are on the same page with me. But let's get into the minutia of it. Desmond Ridder, former quarterback last year of the Atlanta Falcons, 23 of 39, 208 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, got sacked 3 times. Jacoby Myers came in and got sacked also. So they tried some tomfoolery. Yeah, they were trying to do a end around pass play and got tackled. So what's up, Jada? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Desmond Ridder doing what Desmond Ridder does, but to be honest, he played better than a $100 million quarterback. If you take away that one pick at the end of the game, when he's just trying to chuck it up to get lucky, and Jesse Bates intercepted the ball. Really, he only had one touchdown and one interception for 208 yards. So, for everybody that was defending Ritter and stuff like that, there's your victory. You know what I'm saying? Even though Ritter is still Ritter, and I'm glad he's not here being our main quarterback, the other problem remains is the guy we paid a whole bunch of money to be a little bit better than average is now regressed to the point that he's worse than Ritter. Now, I thought I would never say that. There's no way I'm coming into this season thinking that Kirk Cousins would sink to the depths of Desmond Ridder. There was no way. You couldn't have convinced me that was going to happen. But here, I watch that it happened. Fortunately, the very positives of this game is shout out to special teams and shout out to the defense. Defense played like they needed to do against a very inferior team, and they took care of business. Special teams were the biggest surprise. So applause in the chat for special teams. They definitely had a great game. 2 block punts, a block extra point, and Koo made 2 out of 3 field goals. So, yeah, he missed the easy one, but he made 2 long ones. So I'm not even going to be that hard on Koo, even though he probably does need to be replaced. What up,
Daniel
cuz?
Berry Sports
Daniel
Highlights says.
Welcome back to the stream. That's sounding
Yo,
for you.
yo.
Let's get it. Oh, that's the wrong time. My bad, cuz. I gotta do the cousin time. Yes, sir. Ritter did not do solid. He did not. Ritter was trash. It's just Kirk Cousins was even worse. And the funny thing is, this game plan that Zach Robinson tried out there was literally a game plan that Arthur Smith would do for Desmond Ridder. Only let him throw between 17 to 25 times at the max. Limit his throws. And when they did take the handcuffs off of him a little bit, he eyeballed the player and threw it right into the teeth of the deep. Actually, it could have been 2 picks. He threw 1, but it was so badly thrown that the defenders couldn't get in front of it. Because 2 guys were staring at his eyes. I don't remember if you guys remember that, but he threw it on the left-hand side. And the linebacker and the corner jumped on it. But it was so poorly thrown that they couldn't get to it. Like, our guy never had a chance to get it. But the defenders jumped it and almost had a pick. Raheem in his presser said we're no longer sticking with. Nah, he didn't say that. He was nondescript. He tiptoed around the question. When somebody said, well, if he's struggling, if you don't deem he can get the job done, would you be willing to put in Michael Penix now? Then he gave this word salad talking about, oh, well, that's why we got 53 men on here, because everybody on this team can contribute to a win. And we'll look at that because, you know, it only gets highlighted a lot because it's a quarterback, because only 1 plays at a time. But, yeah, and that's it. He didn't say nothing. So to me, I'm taking it as he's still starting Kirk Cousins till I see otherwise, even though he should start the young kid. No, Kirk ain't retiring and losing money. Kirk is abandoned in the night. Y'all understand Kirk Cousins done made the most amount of money in quarterback history, in NFL history. Kirk Cousins is abandoned. And he got us. And that's gonna be one of the talking points on the main point of this season that's going on right now. Jada says, Kirk is on the limiter. How much can he throw? Man, that thing be coming out. That thing be coming out like a junior high kid throwing the ball. That thing come out real slow. Like the way people can jump on his and change direction and turn around and grab it is crazy. Raheem Morrison said, I have faith in Kirk. Awesome. He's still having a decent season overall. He leads the league in turnovers. We got rid of Desmond Ridder because he led the league in turnovers. And Kirk said, hold my beer. He said, hold my beer. Let me show you how to do it, young buck. I think everybody is amazed at what he did when we played against our sorry division. He put up 509 yards, beat Matt Ryan's record. People talking about, well, before 4 games ago, he was top 3 in yards. Well, guess what? That was inflated by having one monster game against our division foes at home when they were still mostly injured. Now they're starting to get healthy. And they're playing better now. Everything that happened in this season, we caught people at the right time. Teams didn't have a book on what Zach Robinson going to do with Kirk Cousins. And once they got the book, it's been hard to break away from that. Also, I saw the first attempt at a run pass option for Kirk Cousins. He went, faked the handoff, started the run, and it was like he was in quicksand. It was like he was Sonic the Hedgehog, and he was spinning in one place when he was really trying to move. And he lost like a yard or two because he's 7 yards back trying to hand the ball off or fake the handoff and then run himself. This is why you don't run the pistol with Kirk Cousins. Because he can't run pass option. It's an impossibility. And we're watching the deterioration of a good player right before our eyes. Let's go. Let me see. Miss B says exactly. He's not having a decent season. He's horrible. That's why I didn't want him to begin with. Miss B said she didn't want him to begin with. She didn't want no parts of him. But we saddled with him. We saddled with him right now. GA Texas boy, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I see you. Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to the Dixon Way stream. GA Texas boy says Kirk is playing nervous. I can say nervous, but I can also say he don't. Dan Orlovsky said he don't trust where the football is going when it leave out his hand. I agree. He's not seeing the underneath coverage. He's staring down people. The only time he didn't stare someone down, he was looking at Darnell Mooney. But luckily, his 2 favorite targets was on the same time, on the same side, excuse me. So the previous play when he threw the touchdown, Kyle Pitts was underneath, caught the ball, got a first down. So they ran that play, but a little bit different. It wasn't a hook route. It was a short out route by Darnell Mooney. And instead of having Drake in the slot, because he'd been a slot machine, they had him outside. So when Kirk Cousins pump fake and threw it, like pump fake, like he was going to throw to Mooney, he was looking at Mooney. The entire defense sucked up because they're being told, keep your eyes on Kirk because his eyes is going to tell where he go because he has not been looking off receivers. Cornerbacks. So this time he looked off the defense. He actually was thinking about going to Mooney, but pump fake. And he saw Drizzy Drake wide open, easy throw, touchdown. After that, nothing. And again, he was sitting there staring down his receivers. As the game went longer, he started staring down receivers more, pressing. And yeah, he don't even trust he don't have the arm strength to get it in those tight windows where he's trying to throw it. Maybe like 2 years ago he could make those throws, but now all them things is fluttering up there like butterflies. He can't make those throws anymore. To throw 112 yards, that is, Ritter from last year to now, that's Ritter first start of the season, near the end of the season. Ritter right now is better than what he was last year, and is better than Kirk Cousins right now. And that's pathetic. And the fact you can't see this going on, Coach Raheem, because you probably made some promise to Kirk, no matter what, you're my quarterback for the first season, period. He probably promised him that when they went and drafted Michael Penix. Because, again, they didn't confer to him. They didn't tell him that they were going after Michael Penix. So, I really feel like Kirk Cousins was Raheem Morris pick. He really wanted Kirk. He probably went and recruited him. And more so as a collaborative with going to get Michael Penix. So I think Terry really wanted Michael Penix. They all flew out there. Once Coach Raheem saw him throw, they was like, yeah, we're going to get this kid. Because with his inspirational speech saying, we're never going to be in this situation again to get this type of talent. So we might as well draft our future quarterback now. That's tough talk, but you got to back it up with results. But right now, we're almost back in the same situation we was last year. White Mike in the building. What up, fam? I see White Mike actually went out to Vegas and root on the Hawks and the Falcons. So he made a whole weekend thing, man. Shout out to you, White Mike. Let's go. White Man said, look, we are $45 million dead money with Ryan. We would eat this $50 million too. Leaders on the team will force a change, period. We'll see, White Mike. If the rumors are true, what they were saying on Speak and stuff like that, talking about they done talked to people in the locker room, and it's people in the locker room that swear that Penix is number one. He's the best quarterback in that locker room, but they not doing over politics or because Kirk Cousins was the head coach pick. There's something going on with that, man. We just can't brush under that. But yeah, man, shout out to you going out there. And also, man, White Mike, he went out there. He said he feels more confident in because I was talking with him this morning on Twitter. He said he feels more confident in the Hawks in a loss than he does with the Falcons in a win. Now, what does that tell you, Falcon fans? Are we just whining? Are we being ungrateful fans for a win? You know what I said? I called it a small W. We got dubs in the chat, but I said put small dubs in the chat. That wasn't a capital W. That was a small dub. But, hey, it kept us in the playoff race. We're 7-7. We still have a chance to win this. Are we going to make a change in a short week and put in the rookie? Highly unlikely. I would, but highly unlikely. Actually, I would have put Penix in this week because we had an extended week. We were going against the worst team in the NFL without Max Crosby. If anything were tailor-made to, slide your quarterback in there, it was. And guess what? Your game plan that you had for Kirk Cousins to protect him and run beat, man, shout out to Bijan Robinson, man. Bijan Robinson carried this team Got him on his back. I can't get it. It's behind the balloon. But Bajan Mustard was out there running like a young LT, catching a ball like a young LT, doing everything he could to try to get us the victory, man. Yo, Bijan Robinson had more rushing yards than Kirk Cousins had passing yards. Imagine that. Imagine your running back getting more yards for scrimmage, running the ball only, than your quarterback. And guys, we're locked in for Kirk Cousins. He's going to be the most expensive backup next season. He's going to be the most expensive backup next season. The playbook isn't set up for Kirk to thrive. Of course it isn't, but Zach Robinson said, yeah, him and Raheem said, yeah, Kirk can run this offense. So if they thought that, it's on them. I ain't trying to hear that. They handpicked this quarterback. Raheem asked Zach, hey, Zach, you think Kirk Cousins can run your offense? Sure. All right, then. I really like Kirk Cousins. We're going to go after him. Okay. Hey, Terry, could you draft Michael Penix? He'll be a better fit, though. And why are we paying him $100 million? Georgia Texas boy said, no, this scheme needs a mobile quarterback, and Kirk is no longer mobile. Facts. Raheem said, Penix ain't even mobile. He's a pocket passer. Yeah, he's way more mobile than Kirk Cousins, though. Yeah, but he's not a running quarterback like Lamar. You know what I'm saying? He scrambles the pass. It's a difference. He's like targeting. He'll scramble the pass, not scramble the run. Yeah, he does. Like, even in play action under center, he's so slow to get out of it that as soon as he turn around, defender in his face, he can't even throw it to the open man. Like, if he can swing it, I just think that Kirk Cousins is cooked. He's barbecue chicken, bro. He is cooked. It is what it is. Nah, Georgia Texas boy, I disagree. Penix is not Mike Vick, man. He ain't nowhere near that. He's like a Russell Wilson type, to be honest. Russell Wilson could scramble and run, but Russell Wilson was always a pocket passer. Or move the pocket and he'll run out and do like a pro waggle and throw on the run. But he wasn't, like Russell Wilson was never compared to like Mike Vick. And that's why I look at Michael Penix. I look at Michael Penix as like a Russell Wilson, a taller Russell Wilson. No, Russell Wilson's like 5'10". Michael Penix around 6'2". I look at him like Russell Wilson, but with a way stronger arm. Yeah. I mean, anybody got more mobility than Kirk Cousins, to be honest, Miss B. I feel you. White Mike said, I'm back home. I'm still pissed. Kirko will be dead money hit for $50 million. Now, I mean, look, they're not going to cut him, White Mike. They're going to keep him on the bench. He's going to be the backup. Trust me, he's going to be the backup. Because you're not going to have, like, you're going to get a veteran quarterback if you start Michael Penix anyway. So if you're going to eat the cap, you might as well have him on the team. Ms. B said he can't get away from defenders at all. He looks like Matt Ryan. No, he looks worse than Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan ain't never looked this bad. I saw a lot of people saying that on Twitter. Matt Ryan ain't never looked this bad. And one thing Matt will throw that ball out of bounds quickly. And Matt ain't about to sit here and throw for 112 yards. 112 yards. Matt low game will be what Desmond Ridder did. Around 220, 1 touchdown, 2 or 3 interceptions. Or 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. 220, 230, 240, and like 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns. Matt Ryan ain't throwing for no dang on 112 yards. Ain't nobody outrushed Matt Ryan passing yards. If they have, I don't remember it. At least Matt wasn't throwing all the interceptions. Yeah, Ms. B, I feel you. Yep. 2 weeks in a row, Kirk couldn't hit that curl route. Because, it was one curl route, when he threw it, it was so late. Like, when he threw the interception, he was supposed to throw it before the guy, and he double clutched. And that was a telltale sign. The defenders jumped right in front of him, picked it off. What up, Cellular? How you doing? Welcome back to the Stream. Appreciate you coming through. Welcome back to the Stream. Penix definitely can move if need to. Yes, he can. Definitely. He said, man, we had to hide Cousins. We had to hide our quarterback. Think about it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you were going to start Michael Penix, that game plan that they had for Kirk Cousins is actually what they would have did for him. Because normally with rookie quarterbacks, you want to shield them. You want to lean heavily, super heavily on the run. But with Michael Penix, I think you got more options to get the ball out, especially quicker, especially if you want to run the run pass option. Because again, much faster. The threat of him running straight up the middle is something that they have to account for on run pass option, or standing in the shotgun in the pistol all the time. We saw one time they did it this season where Kirk Cousins faked the handoff and then took it and then try to run the opposite way and looked like he was running in mud and quicksand. The playbook got dumbed down for Kirk yesterday. Yes, it did, because they're trying to protect him from himself. Kirk would turn up in the playoffs. We got to make the playoffs first. And he ain't turning up. Now how you playing? Okay, you said Raheem Morris is the best coach in the NFL. Even better than Bill Belichick. Trust Arthur Blank to go. Oh, okay. Georgia Texas boy said, I'm upset about where this team is at, but I'm also optimistic because we have a first-time head coach in 12 and 14 years. Also, first-time play caller in Zach and Jimmy. And that's another point I want to talk about. Guys, when Justice Simmons got that interception, did you see all the defenders get around Jerry Gray and dancing around him? I forgot what minute mark that was. If you go back and look at the game, they showed on the broadcast that once they did their little celebration on the field, all those guys went and gathered around Jerry Gray and did a celebration with Coach Gray. So that kind of lead me to believe that he's starting to have more input to the defense, and that's good. A lot of us content creators actually been asking for that, and fans alike. Kirk Armstrong has completely left the building. Facts. Three Dirty in the building. What up, Three Dirty? Welcome back to the stream. You said Raheem is a better coach than Quinn. Okay. Yeah, Raheem has a 26 and 80. So how are you saying he's the best coach in the NFL? Yeah, I think you need a timeout, man. I don't need a whole bunch of trolling right now, bro. You just spamming the trap with nonsensical things right now. So, all right. White Mike said, I'm calling it now. Penix starts this week. We all hope, White Mike. We all hope, brother. But I don't know. Coach seemed real non-committal right there. Jada said Penix is ready. I agree. I mean, I think a lot of people thought that Penix and Bo Nix were the most, ready quarterbacks coming out of college to perform. He said, I hope Kirk can coach. Yeah, he going to have to. Appreciate that, White Mike. Guys, please hit that like button, man. Like White Mike just said. Big Shep, what up, Big Shep? How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. If Penix start this week, I'm getting tickets to the game for sure. There you go. That might be one reason. Now, I think if Arthur Blank step in like he did with Arthur Smith last year or the year before. Remember the year before last when Mariota threw that grenade and the media and fans went crazy and like get rid of, and then Arthur Smith at first was kind of non-committal and still kind of defiant at the press conference, but then during the week he had that talk with Arthur Blank and it was a wrap. So yeah, and then Ritter started. I kind of envision the same thing happening with Michael Penix. I'm sure Arthur Blank gonna go, hey man, y'all sold me on this kid saying that he's the future. Right now, we can discuss if I'm wasting money right now, but y'all wasting my time. And my time is more valuable than any money I'm gonna spend. So this kid give us a better opportunity to win, then put him in. He can't be worse than Kirk Cousins. And if he is worse than Kirk Cousins, because I don't think they're holding him out because the kid can't do it. I think it's stubbornness. I think that Raheem wanted Kirk Cousins. He promised him, especially after they drafted Penix, that, hey, man, don't worry about it. On my mama, my word is bond. You will not be replaced by Michael Penix this season as long as I'm the head coach. Probably told him and shook his hand. Well, I'm sorry, Raheem. You might have to go back on that one. You might have to go back on that one, Playboy. Raheem would not say who was starting quarterback for the Giants game. No. He didn't. He tiptoeing around it. He tap dancing around it. Thank you, Big Shep. That kid, hey, look, that kid Penix arm is so good. That arm talent is so good. He don't need to run no 4-4-4. Exactly. He ain't Mike Vick or Lamar Jackson, man. That kid is more like a taller version of Russell Wilson with a stronger arm. Zach Robinson said they can't run play action because they can't protect him. I think teams are blitzing him because he's not picking up on, you know what I'm saying, who's supposed to be open on the blitz. He's not recognizing where the blitz is coming from. There's always guys open. Like, he saw it a couple of times, and he just chucked it out there, and then it went over the guy's head, and the defender was nowhere near. The book on Kirk right now is to blitz him and put defenders in his face. He gonna throw it to you, or he gonna throw it away. But he's not gonna hit somebody on a quick slant and they gonna burn us for 40 yards or 30 yards. That's not happening with Kirk. Guys, that touchdown pass against the in overtime against the Tampa Bay Bucks, really, Cordell Hodges came back and snatched the ball out of the defender's hand and used the momentum of that, and the defender was going for the ball. He missed the ball. He missed Cordell Hodges, and Cordell Hodges ran up the middle and split everybody. If you really want to go back and dissect these things, don't do it. It'll make you mad. It'll make you mad. You'll be like, why didn't I see that before? Taylor said, I definitely was swag surfing with Kirk. He fooled me. He can't fit
Cellular
everybody,
Lopez
man.
says,
hey,
I was definitely swag surfing with Kirk. He fooled me.
Ain't no more hoodies. Ain't no more walk in your trap, take over your trap. Ain't no more of that. Ain't no more doing press conferences outside of Waffle House. Ain't none of that. Ain't no more of that. It's buttoned down, sounding like he from the Midwest. Kirk Cousins. Kirk O'Chains left a long time ago. We got to give Rod a chance at least. Y'all making it seem like he coached Jameis Winston. His quarterback, Josh Freeman. Look here, man. I'm telling you right now, Georgia Texas boy. He chose Kirk, man. He chose his pride and Kirk Cousins over trying to see if we could try something different. Because we got the week. Kirk Cousins is on the decline. If you were going to pop back up and have a, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to have a game that was going to be a booster to your confidence, it should have been against the team we played last night, the Raiders. 2-12 now. They were 2-11 when we came in. They only won one game at home and one game on the road. They were missing their best defensive player. They traded their best wide receiver, and they was on their third-string quarterback. If there was any team that you were supposed to get healthy, get right game, as we call them, if there was any team you were supposed to have a get right game against, it was supposed to be the Raiders. And their offense was anemic. We scored 7 points off a broken defensive play. Good pump fake by Kirk. Good catch by Draco. But after that, a safety, a field goal, and a field goal. This offense is atrocious. And guess what? Raheem had major say in everybody on his team. So this is his team. Ain't no excuses. This ain't no Rich McKay team. This is him and Terry Fontenot split right down the middle. So yeah, he take this blame. If he ain't willing to try, if you willing to draft Penix and have that much conviction and be arrogant about it towards media about it, but then come down to it, we 13 weeks down the line. Now 14 weeks. And you didn't have the guts to prove look, you get a quarterback like that just in case you get hurt or just in case you run into this. When he run out of gas. Break when emergency. I'm going to tell you, man, if he stick with Kirk, we lose and Tampa Bay win, I don't even want Penix to start because I don't want this coaching staff touching him after that. So if you're going to put in Michael Penix, you better put him in now. I don't care if it's a short week. Put him in now. Because right now, man, trying to win with Kirk, we're winning despite of Kirk. We won that game despite of Kirk. He did everything he could to lose that game for us. Even White Mike and other fans that was there, man. Shout out to the fans who were there, man. They talking about, shout out to A1 Chris. You know what I'm saying? Forever. He was like, Raiders fans were like, y'all trying to give us this game. Y'all don't even want to win this game. That's crazy. They want to tank. They want Shador. Said, like, I barely made it there for the handoff last night. Looks like a wounded animal. All right, you want Ben Johnson. It's a lot of people want Ben Johnson. We don't have the draft picks to get Shanahan. So that's out of the question. Exactly. Don't even disrespect Matt Ryan like that. Facts. Sergio Lopez said, we have a top 10. Hold up. I'll let you say it since you're a cousin.
Cellular Lopez says, we have a top 10 defensive line. I don't believe we can't block play action.
I think you meant offensive line. No, I think the problem with the play action on the center, it seems like Kirk Cousins is getting out of his breaks really slow. Like, he's not swinging them hips around. He's not getting his head or his hips around fast enough to get the ball out when the blitz is coming. As soon as it's coming, he turns his head. They already own him. And he just panicked, throw it away. Oh, goodness, White Mike. Fur Ball, how you doing, man? Welcome back to the stream. I don't know. Nobody knows. Coach is talking in a lot of coach speak. Phelps Else, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. This sounded for you. Appreciate you coming. Said Penix gonna be on Bo Nix level out of the gate. Okay. Well, Bo Nix, when he first came out, he wasn't doing too well. It was until half the season when he started turning it around. It's like a boxer. You see that, you need to throw a punch, but the body just can't get it done anymore. Exactly. As a Falcon fan, said go to the Giants game and boo Kirk and show them how you feel. Well, I'm sure the Boo Birds will be out if he starts. Ted, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. This sounded for you. Appreciate you coming through. Thank you. By the time we get Penix, we'll be rising. Big Chef said, I don't think it's possible for Penix to do worse, for real. Penix's natural talent is better than Kirk's talent ever had. Yeah, true. I agree. It's better than Kirk ever had. King Richie in the building. What up, King Richie? I see you, fam. That sounded for you. Appreciate you coming through. Welcome back to the stream. King Richie says, why they keep saying Penix will run when he wasn't a runner in college? He's a runner. He's a track star. He actually wasn't. He's a pocket passer that runs when he needs to. Exactly. I think people that see the hue of his skin and think that he's a runner, but he's definitely not a runner. He's a scrambler, man. There's a difference. Big Chef said our O-line is overrated. Bijan saves every run to be. That is true, Big Chef. He do be making some people miss. We need to see Penix just to see if Zach isn't a problem. Zach hasn't adjusted, and the league figured out Zach in 9 games. Every defense knows what we're going to do. Oh, my goodness. What a great quote. Clay. What up, Clay? That sounded for you. Welcome to the stream, man. Excellent comment. The league figured out what Zach Robinson want to do, his tendencies, his formations, his personnel groupings with those formations, and with Kirk Cousins. They got a book and they reading it like the Bible right now, and they figured everything out. Facts. So yeah, it's not all on Kirk Cousins. This play calling has been bad, but I feel like with this personnel, Zach Robinson may be limited. So, and I agree with you. For the very reason We need to see Michael Penix start in pressurized situations. Again, if we lose and Tampa Bay win, I don't want to see Michael Penix this year because I don't want this coaching staff touching him because they all will be fired. GM, scouting, grounds crew, cafeteria, strength and conditioning, plumbers, keep the bathroom workers because they got to clean up all this caca. Yeah, bus drivers, itinerary people, all that. Everybody gone. And everybody that was sitting in that meeting and convinced Arthur Blank to go with Raheem instead of 7-time or 6-time Super Bowl champion. Yeah, all of them need to be fired. Yep. Because obviously we needed a culture change. And every last one of y'all need to be fired. Zach is limited what you can tell. You can tell because he had to stop running the pistol because the defense knows Zach can't run. Zach Robinson is not here for Kirk Cousins. He's here for Penix. Okay, King Richie, I hear you, and that's why I just said. So he reiterating what I said about Zach Robinson. But Zach Robinson came here and accepted the job, knowing full dang on well that that his head coach liked Kirk Cousins. So this wasn't just happenstance that it happened. I feel like that Raheem pushed for Kirk Cousins. The only reason why he's so gung-ho for him to stay in there. If he was more of a Penix guy than Kirk Cousins guy, I think Penix would have already started. We got to throw those wide receivers some screenplays out of the book. The wide receiver screen, I understand why they're doing it. A, it gets your quarterback, you know what I'm saying, juices flowing to get some easy passes. B, if you get it blocked right, it can go for big yardage. But it's so predictable. It's one-eye staple plays that's why the pump fake to the screen to throw it over the top works so well on that first touchdown. Because we do it so much that if you pump fake to it and then throw it over the top, it's normally wide open. It's normally butt naked wide open. So that's why that one play worked. It was open again in the fourth quarter, but Kirk didn't see it. I mentioned it on the stream. Yeah, I knew you meant King Richie. I knew you. Big Chef said the offense would have been better with Fields. Somebody on this stream said that, either him or Russell Wilson. And it would have been a cheaper option. And if you still want to draft your young quarterback, you could have. And you're not hit over the head if they play badly. You would have made the decision to go to Penix even easier. But since you're so tied to him with this money thing, you feel obligated to play him. Good coaches be like, whatever. I'm putting in the guy I think I can win. King Richie also says, but remember, Kirk said that he would come here and play for Belichick too. Though before they hired Raw, but Bill would have sat him down after the Saints game. Fact. Bill ain't played those games, man. You ain't playing well, Bill will sit your butt. No matter how much you make it. You just a player now. Ain't no more money situation. Once you get on the team, you done made your money. Now it's about production. And that's what Bill would have did. If you ain't producing, he would have replaced you. Big Chef said the same with Georgia. The league is evolving, and you have to be able to get out of the pocket. That's why we had so much success with Gunnar Stockton. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I feel you. Clay Milton says the route concept that Zach is issue. The spacing is bad. I've seen it a lot. You're absolutely right. You frequently see a DB coming off his man to make a play on the ball thrown to another receiver. That will help cause interceptions. Facts. I do agree that the route concepts are bad. They're very poor. I agree, because you do see that. You see guys peeling off one, covering one guy, and then coming, throwing the interception. One, because his arm strength is so weak, they can actually attempt that. Normally, if you do that, that guy never makes it because the guy's arm strength is too strong. Like, the ball travels faster than the person. But Kirk Cousins throwing between 35 and 25 miles per hour. That is something that most professional cornerbacks are gonna intercept. That's almost like a punt return. Say, Rob won't commit to Kirk after today. No, he ain't committing to no one. The film said, man, you don't even have to go to the 22. You don't need to go to the all 22. You can sit there and watch it, man. If I'm sitting here on my couch 2,000 miles away and I can see it. White Mike, you traveled 2,000 miles to go to Vegas. You saw it in the stadium. If we as novices that don't get to see the footage that they get to see can see that Kirk Cousins is selling, then I don't know what to tell you. And guess what, Coach Raw? You're not giving up on the season if you go to the young rookie. You're actually trying to breathe life into it, to be honest. Right now, and I would be remiss if I did not tell you guys another scenario that we can actually make it into the playoffs. Now, we do have a common opponent that's in the wild card race, and that is Washington Commanders. The Commanders play against Philadelphia this weekend. Most likely, they're going to lose that game. If they lose that game and the Falcons beat them, the Falcons run the table. Plus, I think we need the Seattle Seahawks to lose 2 more games also. If those 2 things happen, we can also sneak into the playoffs and actually play against Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay if we don't win the division, guys. So there is a slight road to the playoffs, even though it's highly unlikely. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, Dumb and Dumber style. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, there's a chance to go to the playoffs outside of winning this division, but this should never been a problem. We shouldn't even be talking about this right now. We should be talking about trying to lock up a first round bye. But here we're hoping.
Welcome to the family, shorty.
ETV, how you doing, man? Appreciate that sub. Welcome to the Dixon Way family. Get on that train, shorty, all aboard. Yes, sir. And speaking of that, man, thank all of you guys to help us reach 10,000 subs. We will be having our basically our appreciation 10,000 celebration, but appreciation for the fan stream that we'll be talking more about the Falcons, the Hawks coming out, how you felt about the Hawks, how you feeling about the game, and just in general, just talking about, the things that we saw during, our journey with you guys. This is going on, and at the end of the season, this will be going on our 3rd season, So we really appreciate you guys, and that's why we're going to throw that stream tomorrow. Clay Milton says, hold up. If I'm Raheem, I'm giving Penix a package of 2 or 3 drives next game. Maybe it motivate. No, Clay Milton. If I'm going to play Michael Penix Jr., I'm going to play him. He's going to take all the first team's reps, and I'm playing him. We ain't playing no games. We're not coming in here and using them like Cordell Stewart / Now we're not doing that. We ain't about them reindeer games. I know it's Christmas time. We ain't about them reindeer games. If you put in Michael Penix Jr., you better treat him like a real quarterback and not no gimmicks. Nope. Not trying to hear that. If that happened right there, then fire him in the middle of the game. Fire him in the middle of the game. Right then. On the spot. If he do some gimmicky stuff like that. If he bring Michael Penix out as a gimmick, fire him. Don't treat our future quarterback as a gimmick. My boy Chris, A1 Forever. What up, fam? I see you. Welcome back to the stream. Make sure you guys check out A1 Forever. Got some great content over there. I do. You should too. Links in the trusted content creator section on the front page of our YouTube. That's right. He said, man, Larry Kirko is a fossil. Not a fossil. You know, fossil are inanimate objects of creatures long time ago. He is a creature that's fossilized from long time ago. Wow, that's bad. He said it's a fossil. All right, the change should have happened, but Penix is not going to play. I really believe that is unfortunate, bro. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen either, man. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Chris also. He was out there in Vegas. Shout out to the Rise Up tour. They were out there too, partying up in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I saw all the pictures and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who was out there representing. Shout out all the Falcon fans too. The Falcon and the Hawks fans that was out there for the Emirates Cup and for the Falcon. Who said Atlanta ain't no sports team, man? Who said we ain't no sports team? It's like 40, 60 Falcon fans out there. At least that's what it looked like on TV. So shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys out there on the strip representing them dirty birds. Too late for this, yeah. White Mike says Penix will start and beat the Giants. He would be a breath of fresh air. I hope so, man. I hope that Raheem, you know what I'm saying, just gain the courage and be like, I know what I said after we drafted Penix, but bro, I'm sorry, you just ain't cutting the mustard right now. I gotta change. I'm gonna make a change for the rest of our season. King Richie says he ain't about to play Penix. That's his ace in the hole. We ain't wants to have him a full season. Look, King Richie, we had a 6-3 lead on this division. If we lose this division and don't go to the playoffs, Larry, cut that light off, please. Thank you. All right, go back in the room. Thank you. If we lose this division in the manner that we did, when it seemed like the coach lost the team, unfortunately, I think he might be a one-year wonder. That's unfortunate, man, to wait this long to get your opportunity. But you choose two of your homies that were young. I think the only way he survives if we don't make the playoffs, if he get rid of his entire staff. I think that's the only way he survives. I really do. Okay, take it back in the back. Yep. What'd he say? Thank you? Okay. You're welcome. Cellular Lopez, he a cuz, so I'll let him say it himself.
Cellular Lopez says, let Kirk finish what he started. If he lose one more game, fine, let's see what we got. We not letting Kirk off free by benching him.
Well, see, that's my thing. No, see, I'm different from you, Cellular. I want Michael Penix to start. But if we lose with Kirk Cousins, I don't want to throw Michael Penix in the last 2 games of meaningless games. Because that's a franchise. The spirit of the team would have been like, hey, we already know this coach is dead man walking. And no, that's a franchise. I'm not letting this coaching staff get a hold of Penix. If y'all didn't want to use him when we had the opportunity to actually make it to the playoffs, you don't get to use him. Because, see, here's the thing. Now you're just going to be trying stuff. Now you're just going to be trying stuff. You're just going to be trying, hey, can I try this? Could I try this? Nah, can I run this little run pass option outside? Can I run like design runs for him? Now you're just going to be trying stuff. If you get the franchise hurt, not only I'm getting you fired, I'm making sure that none of my owners hire you back. Because you know they do that whole collusion thing. So, yeah. Nope. If you start Penix now and he lose, fine. Continue to play him for the rest of the season. The Penix era should have started this week. If it starts, you know what I'm saying, this upcoming week, fine. Then let him play the entire time because you made a commitment to start. But if you don't and you stick with Kirk Cousins because of money and you're the one to push it, you got to look Arthur Blank in the face and be like, look, man, I had to go with a young kid. My mistake. But yeah, we don't make the playoffs. I think the only way coach can save his job is get rid of all his coordinators. Offense, defense, and special teams. And get some veterans. King Richie said, my little baby in Vegas. You said little baby in Vegas. Yeah, said that the Falcons and Hawk fans was deep. She said she didn't know Atlanta rolled deep like that. Oh yeah. That's the thing, man. It's a misconception that Atlanta don't have no true fans. It's a misconception. You know, they spin that whole narrative. They look at our crowds and be like, oh, we late arriving. Oh, we're a late arriving crowd, but so are the Lakers, but they don't talk trash about the Laker fans. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the Lakers. That's the marquee, you know. So, yeah, they don't talk trash about the L.A. Rams or any L.A. team, but they never seem to be able to keep an NFL team in L.A. because the fans don't show up. But whatever. You can't be a bandwagon fake Atlanta fan with all the turmoil we go through. You can't be a fake fan. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you would be a fake fan to a team like the Falcons who would put they fan base through so much misery sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, I think Atlanta Falcon fans, you know what I'm saying, Atlanta fans in general are some of the realest, you know what I'm saying, hardcore, passionate, loyal fans in all pro sports. To be honest. Clay Milton said Raheem will scapegoat Kirk after this season. That's why we won't see Penix. If the next season doesn't go well, he will scapegoat Zach Robinson. Raheem will be spreading out his scapegoats. I don't think he'll. Unfortunately, guys, and I said this before it got this bad, you know what I'm saying, when we lost about 2 in a row, 3 in a row, I was like, you know what? If this goes sideways, I still don't want to see Raheem fired. Just on the principle that we had to deal with Arthur Smith, he's supposed to be afforded at least 3 years. But now that I look at it, man, Arthur Smith did something with Ritter. You see how bad Ritter was? We won 7 games with Ritter. That's crazy. or 7 games with Mariota. Wow. You think Blanker give him at least 2 seasons? I don't know. Arthur Smith was never up 63 on the division and then collapse like that. Right now, he needs to win 1 more game to secure a better record than Arthur Smith. Right now, we're 7-7 with 3 games left. If we win out but don't make the playoffs, I think the only way he saves his job if he get rid of all his coaches. You know? But I think Terry Fontenot is definitely out of here, guys. Terry Fontenot is out of here, guys. When I look at Kyle Pitts, when I look at Troy Anderson, when I look at Richie Grant, when I look at these players, when I look at this entire draft, and our our first round draft pick hasn't played. Our second round pick has been hurt. Now, Rukaroro did show some flashes last night, so I did like that. Dorless has not played, and Brandon Trice got hurt. So basically, our entire draft this year was non-existent. And we're gonna do a post after the season. We're gonna, go ahead and grade, because I got a feeling it's gonna be a huge Black Monday if we don't make the playoffs. If we make the playoffs, I think everybody stays. Maybe Terry signs a 1-year extension if we make the playoffs. Because Terry don't have a contract after this season, guys. So after the season, a deal has to be done, or they just gonna go on and move and get another GM. And if they get a new GM, the new GM is gonna assess: do I want to really, waste one of my seasons? Not waste, but do I want to, start my tenure with Coach Raheem, or do I want to go and get my own coach? Do I want to go pursue Ben Johnson or somebody like that? Do I want to pursue the Bills offensive coordinator? So those are things you got to think about. So Raheem may not survive regardless if we get a new GM. You guys, the chat is popping, man. Thank all you guys for coming. You guys are absolutely awesome. Everybody say hello to the beautiful Shonda. And my wife
The Dixon Way says, the deal is done. Michael Vick is Norfolk State's next head football coach.
Congratulations to Mike Vick on a coaching job. Shout out to Mike Vick. Hopefully he does well out there, man. Wishing him well. Shout out to Mike Vick, man. Zach Robinson got a head coaching opportunity at Oklahoma, so he may scapegoat Zach. Okay. Whatever. I mean, he could if he leave. I don't think he would, because that's his homie. I don't think he'll scapegoat Zach. That's his homie. That's why he brought him here. That's why he brought him here. Why he might say, yeah, we showed up and showed out. Yeah, man. Shout out to you guys in the crowd bringing the energy when the offense wouldn't. I'm glad you guys brought that energy for the defense. It looked like they fed off of you guys, so that's awesome. Shout out to you being in the chat at the game, so that's awesome. Appreciate you, man. I didn't even know you was at the game till after, when I saw you say I was at that dang old game. I knew you said you were going to get some tickets and fly out there, but I didn't know you was balling like that, White Mike. Like Mike said, yo, man, I'm going. I'm going to the Hawks game. I didn't think you were going to the Falcon game, so shout out to you, bro. No, he won't be named captain, bro. He won't be named captain this season. Maybe in the off season. I don't even think he'll be named in. It'll be just be you got to earn that. Arthur Smith didn't have captains. He took that honor and stuff away. So said facts. I'm in therapy. Hey man, this is all healthy conversation. You feel me? Clay Milton says if Arthur Smith was here with Kirk, I wonder what that would be like. Look like. The world will never know. Arthur Smith lost his job because ultimately it was his decision to rock with Ritter. It was his decision to draft Ritter and to rock with Ritter. That's why Ritter stayed so long. It was also his decision not to play Ritter in the preseason when he definitely needed it. So yeah, kind of the same mistakes that Raheem was making when he didn't let Kirk Cousins warm up in the preseason. White Mike, don't say that, man. I'm not even highlighting that. Carlos Wiggins, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to the stream, man. We all think about mortality once we get on the opposite side of 50. So hopefully he got years to go. But again, I mean, all of these moves seem like a man who wanted to see us at least win a playoff game in Mercedes-Benz Stadium first. Now we got to scratch and claw and hope Tampa Bay falter to make it into the playoffs. Or hope that two teams falter so we can make it in as a wild card. But we still have to win out. If we don't win out, it doesn't matter. I don't remember his name, Jada, but I just know that the Bills are the #1 scoring team in all the NFL. So if you got that, I know they got Josh Allen, but heck, you can bring them on, and they doing that in the snow. You can bring that on down here to Atlanta. If you're talking about Ben Johnson, you got to talk about the Bills offensive coordinator too. All right, Raheem didn't name Kirk the starter for this week. He hasn't named anyone. Okay, so he non-committal. We'll see. Joe Brady, there we go. There we go. Appreciate that, Georgia, Texas boy. So yeah, man. Shout out to the defense in this game. They came to play and put the hammer down on a very poor team. They double team and slotted Brock Bowers the entire game. That was the game plan, and that's what it should have been. Anybody else caught something? Oh well, tippy cap. Because Desmond Ritter on his interception overthrew a man by 10 yards. Actually, it was a great interception by Justin Simmons, who had to reach all the way up to snag that because he almost threw it over his head. And he was like 7 yards behind the play. So, yeah. But that's what Desmond Ritter will do from time to time. Yeah, Joe Brady ain't going to leave on the Bills. Joe Brady ain't going to lead the Bills to be an offensive coordinator. And that's another thing, guys. If we get rid of, well, look. Terry Fontenot don't have a deal, so technically we won't fire him. We just won't retain him. Arthur Blank like to get these individual hiring firms, you know, have Rich look over everybody, and then he'll pick out what candidates they want to talk to. Oh, yeah, guys, if you know that Rich McKay going to be back front and center when Terry Fontenot get fired. Carlos Wiggins said people acting like not starting this year is going to magically save him from potential injury next year. It's an excuse when a young gun can give us a glimpse. Oh, Carlos, I see. So you disagree with me about not starting him in meaningless games. Okay, we're going to beg to differ. Oh, he can get injured at any time. But again, if you didn't have the gumption to go ahead and start him 2 weeks ago, coming out of the bye week, if you didn't have the gumption to start him then when it would have been the perfect time to start him, no use to start him in meaningless games. Because guess what? If Zach Robinson is gone, you didn't see anything because he ain't even going to be running the same system. So again, what are you really doing? What are you really doing if you're handing him to an offensive coordinator that you about to fire anyway? A head coach you about to fire if you don't make the playoffs. If you lose to the Giants and the Bucks win, what are you proving? We know he can throw the ball. He's not going to be running his system. It makes no sense for him to play. That's just my opinion. And we can agree to disagree. That's fine. You know? Only reason you'll be starting them is try to boost ticket sales in the last game of the season. That's it. Against the Carolina Panthers. To try to get some promise. The only reason why you start him is, like you said, to show some promise to sell tickets for season ticket holders. That's it. Team-wise, it really wouldn't be doing anything. Because you're going to fire Zach Robinson anyway, most likely. So, he's not learning nothing because he's going to have to learn a whole new system. No. It's cool, Carlos. It's cool. No. We just have different opinions. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? It's just healthy conversation. You feel me? I just feel like if you're going to fire Zach Robinson, which is kind of leaning like that, if we don't make the playoffs. When we make the playoffs, all this is mute, guys. We ain't got to talk about it because Zach will be back. We'll just chalk that up as inexperience. And this offense was made for Michael Penix anyway. And then, boom, we're off and running. But if we don't make the playoffs, then having Zach Robinson experiment with Michael Penix, I think you just make Kirk earn his money. Personally, that's kind of how I feel about it. You lost this season for us, Kirk. We'll find out with our new coaching staff what Michael Penix got. It ain't a wrong or right answer either. And Carlos said, I definitely, okay. So I was misunderstood you. My bad, Carlos. He said, I definitely wouldn't play him if we don't have anything to gain. Yeah, and that's all I'm saying. Like, I definitely want Michael Penix to start right now. You know, like definitely. Against the Giants, too. It's a short week, I understand. But I think he should start against the Giants. And start the Michael Penix era. Even if he plays bad, I need, like, if we start Michael Penix, I think you came in late. But I said it earlier. If we start Michael Penix this game and the Michael Penix era starts right now, then we play him. We don't replace him if he has a bad game with Kirk Cousins in the next game. No, that's done. You just already reserved to have the most expensive backup in NFL history. That's fine. I'm good with that. But start the Michael Penix era right now and deal with it. Now, if he lose and then Tampa Bay win, you continue to play him because you made that commitment to say, hey, we're moving forward. Because guess what? The same game plan you had for Kirk Cousins, you could have had it for Michael Penix. He only threw 17 times. When Bijan Robinson outgained your quarterback 125 yards rushing, yeah. And your quarterback throw for 120 yard receiving yards, passing yards, yeah. Time to make a change, man. Clay Milton said the right question is, could Penix do any worse? Facts. Exactly. Hard to have worse results than Kirk the last 6 games. Facts. Facts on facts on facts. Which one would I have as a head coach? Joe Brady or Ben Johnson? If I had my choice, I would say Ben Johnson. Only because I've seen him use Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs like I would like to see Bijan and Tyler Algier use. He knows how to use them, and he's gotten the best out of Jared Goff. Jared Goff is an MVP candidate because of Ben Johnson's offense. So even more so than McVay. So if I want anybody, if I had my choice, it would be Ben Johnson. That's who it would be. So, yes, sir. Doom Prophecy was lit for real. It was definitely litty. Yo, man, if y'all ain't checking out Doom Prophecy, y'all need to. You like sci-fi stuff like that? If you like the movies, the show is even better. The show is better than the movies. I'm telling you, it's better than the movies. HBO been tearing it up, man. This show, then The Penguin. Before that, man, HBO doing it, man. Robert Smith, how you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Arthur Blank got a check from Atlanta taxpayer for almost $150 million to build a Benz. After Kirk mistake, he's still well in the green. Pull the plug. Let's move on. All right, Robert, I feel you. What's up, man? Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to the stream on YouTube. Great point. I don't think Arthur Blank cares about the money. More so, he want to win. Now, him spending a whole bunch of money for a guy who didn't outplay Ritter, I know that got to, cutting that check got to be real upsetting now. But you drafted Michael Penix for this reason. You didn't draft him just in case Kirk got hurt. You drafted him if Kirk don't have it anymore. Break glass in case of emergency. Well, it's an emergency now. Hold up. Where the button? That's the panic button right there. The reason to move on is Denver Bo Nix is starting while Denver is eating dead money on a vet quarterback. They're trending up. Bingo! Tell him, Lil John. Great comment, Clay. Clay been burning it up with them comments. I ain't even gonna cap. Great comment. So, going into this game, you might look at the Giants and say this should be an easy game, but the Giants' front four is very formidable. They can rush the passer. And yeah, they run a game is weak. Their passing game is anemic. But defensively, they can get after us. So, if you were going to start a rookie, it's not really ideal, but desperate times come desperate measures. No, I don't want Carson Wentz nowhere near Michael Penix. Nope. Nope. That dude can't teach you nothing but losing. Nope. I'm going to agree to disagree on that, Jada. He can't mentor no one. He can't even mentor himself. Yeah, I just have Kirk there. I mean, I'm not just going to cut him for that dead money. He can be my backup quarterback. That's fine. He can be my backup. But would I rather have Carson Wentz over Kirk Cousins? No, I would rather not pay Wentz and have to pay Kirk Cousins to go away. He'd just be my backup. Robert said he'll teach Penix how to fail miserably. Yeah. Now I don't want. I think Kirk Cousins see what he can do, but his body won't do it. It's kind of like when I tried to play basketball a few years back. I tried to cut and do a move and spin, and my knee said, "What's wrong with you?" My knee grew some lips and told me, "What is wrong with you, Larry? Why are you out here with these young boys? Now I'm about to shut down. Good luck driving down the road." That's what's happening with Kirk Cousins' arm. He see where he need to go, but he can't get it there. He can't get it there. White Mike said Penix can hand off and beat the Giants. See, that's all Kirk Cousins did. Kirk Cousins threw the ball 17 times. He only missed 6 passes. But again, he got sacked 3 times. Yeah. And could not avoid the rush. Could not get out of there and gain yards. Georgia Texas boy said, we might as well keep Kirk as the backup if we're going to go after. Yeah, exactly. Nah, I wouldn't want Carson Wentz. Yeah, might as well keep Kirk Cousins. That's a wash. That's a younger Kirk Cousins. Nah, I don't need that. And I don't need to pay Kirk Cousins while he at home and then pay Carson Wentz too. Falcons need to cut some guys for the cap reasons. Yeah, they do. But not cutting, cutting Kirk Cousins ain't going to help the cap. Now, somebody like Grady Jarrett, that's got to be a cut. It actually should have been cut this year. Other guys that you could cut, the only problem is you really can't cut Jake Matthews, even though performance-wise you probably want to. See, the Falcons are in a dilemma. They sorely need to draft their new left tackle and right tackle. More importantly, right tackle, since Michael Penix is left-handed. That's his blind side. So we got to get a replacement for Caleb McGarry. ASAP. But we also need a pass rush. So, yeah, there's that. But Jake is getting long in the tooth. We applaud him for his service with the Falcons. But yeah, in the next 2 years, we got to draft his replacement. We got to get another offensive lineman for McGarry to protect Michael Penix blindside. But yeah. But we also need 2 pass rushers desperately. Yeah, we all hope that Trice come back, but we don't know if he's going to be the same after the knee injury. So in my eyes, we need to go up there, and we only got 4 picks. So whatever we do, we got to hit. I hate to say it, man. This is one of the most important drafts in Falcon history, and they only got 4 picks. I don't know what you can get for Kyle Pitts, but you probably got to trade some for Kyle Pitts. I don't know if you get a 5th rounder or something, whatever, cut ties 6th rounder. You need something. You need more picks. You got to hit on them, whoever you get. Robert Smith said, Kirk Cousins' mobility is less than Matt Ryan. Facts. In his last year, and that's bad. Yeah, this dude is literally a statue. Like, he is a bona fide statue. Like that big old metal bird in the front of the Benz. Yeah. You would trade Jake to the Bears for well, here's the thing, guys. We don't have Jake's replacement on this roster. So I think we would stick with Jake a year or 2. I think Jake got like 2 more years on his deal. That's about when he gonna retire anyway, I would think. That'll give us enough time to draft his replacement. But yeah, either he gonna restructure or they gonna do something else. So we'll see. Jesse Bates, going into his last year, he had a 4-year deal. Hopefully we restructure, but hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we just work out a new deal and get it lower, but string out 3 or 4 more years. And that way, you know, we'll reduce our cap. So yeah, Kirk Cousins is hanging on our neck like an albatross right now. Kind of like Matt Ryan's contract, but less production. Right now, Kirk is equal to Phillip Rivers at this moment. I don't even think Phillip Rivers at the end of his career was this bad, to be honest. Ebiketie has come on lately, Clay. He has. He has. So we can't give props to the young man. He has been disruptive. But shout out to the defense for playing more people than just the, 7-man rotation they was. Shout out to Malone, who got 2 sacks or 1.5 sack last night too. Yeah, Penix is a lefty. So yeah, I know. That's why I said but Jake is still long in the tooth. Like, obviously, Caleb McGarry is the blind side. So the right tackle is the most concerning, upgrade we need on the offensive line. But I'm just thinking he's getting long in the tooth. That's why I said Jake. But really it's Caleb. Caleb first, then Jake. Jake is still serviceable, in the passing game and the running game. Like, McGarry is a road grader on run game, but has a little holes in his game on the passing game. So he could improve, and then we won't even have to worry about it. All right, guys, so the key to the game to the Giants. Keys to the game to the Giants, Bijan, play action with Penix. He throws one of the best deep balls I've seen since Russell Wilson coming out of college. That's why I compare him to him. And I think we'll have success. I think Penix will have mistakes. But overall, I think he's good enough to beat the Giants. And that'll be a perfect warm-up for the Commanders when he faces against Jalen Daniels and we face against Dan Quinn and the Commanders. We win that game, but we got to be rooting for the Eagles, guys. We root for the Eagles to win. We root for Seattle to lose at least 2 more games. And we could actually walk out of here and win a playoff spot, a wild card spot, without winning the division, guys. So that is actually a road and an avenue for us to make the playoffs. Highly unlikely, but still an avenue. So run Bijan, run Algiers, play action with Penix. You can run pass option now in the shotgun, a pistol, because he's able to do it. He did it all in college. And the Penix era start, man. It should. And with Coach being non-committal about Kirk Cousins right now could be a good sign. Because this time last week, he was like, nah, Kirk is our quarterback. He has earned the right to be our quarterback and still lead this team. I think that meeting happened with Arthur Blank. Arthur Blank had his gray jacket with the black slacks, black shirt, red tie yesterday, guys. That's a firing suit. That's the precursor fire suit. If you see Arthur Blank in the all black with the red shirt with the red tie and red pocket square, that's the firing suit. So check out Arthur Blank's fits. When he get in all black, it's like the Undertaker. Boom. 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 So check out Arthur fit on the sidelines, and you'll know his mood. say Raheem wouldn't escape them questioning. He would say the same thing. Yeah, he just runs around the question, man. He don't give you a straight question when you're talking about that. It's the same thing when they were talking about sacks. First it was stats is for losers. Then it was like, well, we're going to look at it. Then it was like, well, we're going to sit down and look at film and see what we can do to adjust it, try to get better. Still the lowest amount of sacks in the league by a long shot. But at least it's been getting better lately. So that's good. On the sidelines, you can tell, you can see the hunger in Penix's eyes. Yeah, Penix have his helmet on too. Like Penix is there listening to the calls. And then see, they showed him one time he was just shaking his head on one of Kirk Cousins' passes. He was sitting there shaking his head. They caught that on the camera, so I'm like, oh wow. You said Favre was trash before getting traded to Green Bay. Yeah, because he was here partying. It wasn't no structure here. In Green Bay, it ain't nothing to do but play basketball. I mean, play football. You know what I'm saying? Had Mike Holmgren there too, and Mariucci. So yeah, those guys saved his career, as he said. Carlos said the coach leveraging their career on Kirk is crazy. Yeah, I agree. John Kemp, how you doing? Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to the stream. John Kemp said Raheem would go with Kirk this game. So, I kind of feel that way too, but hope spring eternal, and hopefully I'm wrong. Penix and Kirk heating up. You said, oh my goodness, Robert. Probably. Who knows? But yeah, guys, we've been on for an hour and a half, almost an hour and 40 minutes. Thank all of you guys for coming in. You guys were absolutely awesome, man.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team.
Okay, I answered this question on my way out. Why would Terry Fontenot get fired? I think if you lose and we don't make the playoffs, Terry get fired first before Black Monday. I think the first example will be made with Terry getting fired. I think the coaching, I think Raheem's job is saved up until they hire a new GM, and the new GM will decide if Raheem is his coach or if he's going to go in a different direction. Ultimately, firing a coach after 1 year is a bad look, regardless of race, creed, and color. It's just a bad look for an organization to give up on a coach you were so high on coming into the season. It reeks of organizational dysfunction from the top on down. So, but if you fire the GM, you give that GM the right to hire or fire, to keep, retain, or hire his own coach. You don't saddle him like previously. Guess what, Arthur Blank? That don't work. There's one thing I've learned in this tenure, Arthur Blank. Forcing a GM to work with a coach or forcing a coach to work with a GM don't seem like it work here. So the GM come in and he want to get a coach, then by golly, let him do it. Team need to be built under his vision, not just because you like the coach and you felt sorry that you didn't hire him after his internship. Like, this is a makeup. So yeah, if we lose any game and Tampa Bay wins, we're virtually out of the playoffs. And I think the example will be made with Terry Fontenot. He don't have to do that. Terry Fontenot does not have a contract after this season. So if they like Terry, they can just let him go off in the win and be like, all right, Terry, we're not re-signing you, and we're going to have a long talk with Coach Raheem, and he's going to have to either fire his homies, the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and special teams, or he's going to be gone too. So I think that's kind of the ultimatum that's going to happen. I mean, Dan Quinn had to deal with the same ultimatum, you know? So I kind of think that's what's going to happen. But, you know, only if we lose. I think we can win the rest of these games if we start Michael Penix Jr. That's how I feel. It can't be worse than what it is right now, so. And I think that's a way that Raheem can save his job, too, if he go towards a rookie. He go towards a rookie, and even if we lose, at least he tried something. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see. He said Fontenot would go if Penix a bust. I don't think Fontenot got enough credit. If Arthur Smith could be fired because he ultimately wanted to draft Ritter and then wanted to use a whole season on Ritter and not try to get another quarterback to be Ritter and Taylor Heineke, their decision got Arthur Smith fired. So if hanging around with Kirk Cousins won't get you fired after what you've seen, especially after having such a huge lead on the division, I don't know what would get you fired. You know? So even if they don't want to fire him, he's going to have to get rid of his staff, kind of like what Dan Quinn had to do. So Isaiah Rudolph, how you doing, man? He said my Raiders suck, man. Y'all almost beat us, though. Appreciate you coming to kind of is what it is, man. Even a Raider fan said you got to play Penix. Exactly. Even a Raider fan said that. You got to play Penix. If we fire Terry, bring in Joe Douglas. Okay. I really ain't got no idea who we're going to bring in, to be honest. But, I agree with that. The committee need to go. The GM needs to pick. He needs to pick the coach under his vision, not a coach being picked prior to the GM. So it's just backwards to me, but whatever. That's what Arthur Blank like to do. Try to run it like a corporation on their hiring thing. We had a chance between a proven winner and two unknowns and a guy with a losing NFL record, and we chose a losing NFL record because we liked the guy, and we felt bad about hiring Arthur Smith instead of giving him a fair chance. Yeah, basically, Clay. That's what happened. Yeah, I think Terry wanted Raheem Morris also. Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. And it's all the homie hookup right now. You know, Terry wanted Raheem. They homies now. And Raheem hired all his homies to be his staff. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm up out of here, man. Thank you guys for coming through. You guys were absolutely awesome. If you guys enjoyed this, please hit the like button on your way out. Share this stream out. Let more people know about the Dixon Way. Tomorrow we will be having our appreciation, 10,000 celebration subs here tomorrow at 8:30. All right. So it'll be at 8:30. Just gonna go ahead and have that celebration. We'll do it for about 45 to an hour and talk about what you guys want to talk about. Because, guys, without you guys, we wouldn't have made it this far. So we really appreciate you guys. You guys are absolutely awesome.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team.
Fondo was okay with taking Pitts at number 4 overall. That's terrible. Of course, when you want to replace Julio, but you do it with a tight end instead of Jamar Chase. If you want to get another wide receiver, the best wide receiver in the SEC was Jamar Chase that year. So if you knew Julio wanted to leave, that's who you should have targeted. But whatever. Water on the bridge now. No, Georgia Texas boy. No, there's a report that came out that Arthur Smith did not want Justin Fields because how he tested at the combine. He absolutely didn't want him. And really, he was forced to work with him because Tomlin make all the decisions with the Steelers. You know, you a coach, you're going to adjust your offense to the player. The funny thing is Justin Fields did fit in it. Him and Russell Wilson, two players that I was lobbying for us to get. But I got shot down. But yeah, guys, we're up out
Gats
here.
boy says.
You guys have a
That's
blessed
what I'm
rest of your
saying.
day.
Smith didn't want Fields.
Peace up, A-Town down, deuce. Yeah, Arthur Smith didn't want Fields, but he was forced to use him with the Steelers. And then as soon as Russell Wilson came back, he was like, give me Russell Wilson, please. But Fields didn't play bad. He didn't. He did not. They were 4-2.
Gats boy says. That's what happens when Smith wanted to be the smartest one in the room.
Yeah, that ego got him fired. That's what got him fired. And ultimately, if Raheem don't learn that lesson, he's going to be next. But we'll see, man. Hopefully the Falcons can win against the Giants. I can't wait for the game. It's going to be at home. Second to the last game at home for the Atlanta Falcons versus the New York Giants. We should be able to win this game. And let the Michael Penix era start. All right, peace up, A-Town down. Rise up, guys. Deuces. Y'all gotta have a blessed rest of your evening. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 8:30. Make sure you hit that like button and the notification bell for the next stream. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Deuces.